Today we are working on Excel Expert Lesson 5, the 8th lesson, working with scenarios. So we're going to use the Scenario Manager. Tolano Adventures uses this worksheet to decide the price of a charter flight package offering. The travel company purchases all of the seats on a charter airline and sells the seats to its customers. The costs are set by the charter airline, airports, catering company, and so on. However, Tolano has to use their best guess on what price to charge and how many seats will be sold at that price. We're going to use the Scenario Manager to help decide which price will result in the highest profit for the company. Because if you own a company, you want to make as much profit as possible. So on the Data tab, click on the Data tab. In the Forecast group, we're going to click the arrow for What If Analysis, and we're going to click Scenario Manager. How exciting. Click Add to open the Scenario dialog box. In the Scenario Name text box, we're going to type Standard Pricing. Click in the Changing Cells text box and delete what's there. Select cell A2 on the worksheet. And then hold the Control key while selecting from B4 to B5. Hold down Control, B4 to B5. Cell A2 is not essential for scenarios. It's simply a cell that displays a descriptive comment wherever scenario is activated for a worksheet. You may also want to enter your own information in the comment field. By putting in some details such as assumptions and explanations, you could potentially save many hours when you are using and changing the scenarios at a later date. Note, you can select a maximum of 32 worksheet cells per scenario. So click OK. The Scenario Values dialog box displays this, and you see that that's what ours shows. Click Add to save the scenario. The Add Scenario dialog box displays again. So mark that and go to the next one. In the Scenario Name text box, type Discount Pricing. And click OK. Oh, mine's flashing. What happened? So, I don't know, I just clicked that and it opened it back up. So where it says $A, $2, we're going to change that to discount pricing. And this we're going to type 140. And this one we're going to type $5.99 and click Add. Mark that as answered. Go to the next one. In the Scenario Name field, type Premium Pricing. And click OK. And then change, and I had to click that analysis again. Change this to say Premium Pricing. And change this to 75. And change this to $7.99. Then click OK to save this scenario. Select the Premium Pricing and then click Show right down here. Click Show for each of the 3 scenarios on the worksheet and observe the changes to the worksheet. So you see that when you click each of those and click Show, these numbers change. Click Close to go back to the workbook or worksheet. Mark that as answered. Go to the next one. Select cell B6. And on the Formulas tab in the Define Names group, Formulas tab, we're going to click Define Name. Note, if you create names for these cells, the Scenario Values dialog box displays these names instead of the cell reference. You may find these range names more meaningful than cell references. Click OK to save this cell name. Repeat the previous steps for B13. So B13, define name, click OK. B15, define name, click OK. And you can see right over here it's got the name for net profit. This one, when you click on it, it's total cost. This one, you click on it, it's total revenue. So we've defined those names. On the Data tab in the Forecast group, Data, click the arrow for What If Analysis, click Scenario Manager. We're going to click Summary. Note, you can also choose a scenario pivot table from this dialog box. The pivot table is useful when the worksheet is shared by multiple users. This allows you to select scenarios by user. Verify that the scenario summary is selected right here. Select B6 on the worksheet. B6, hold the Control key and select B13 and B15 while holding Control. The Results Cells text box is used to select the cells in the worksheet that display the results of the scenario. These cells are important because they contain formulas that show the results of each scenario. In this exercise, the important result cells are total revenue, total cost, and net profit. You can include as many or as few of these as you wish. Click OK. Note, the cells you had named earlier appear in this summary with those names making the table more meaningful to you. Isn't that beautiful what came up? Wow, amazing. That's a pivot table. So this completes working with scenarios.